Back there. Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in over 1,200 locations across the United States. We're now available in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, Ohio, and Texas. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, enter your city or zip, and find the nearest location closest to you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. Yeah, JB.
Hey.
Sup?
Sup, bro?
Sup, bro?
Sup, bro?
Sup, bro? Bro. There's days where I feel dumb. I don't feel ashamed to admit that. I'm fine with it. I can live in it, and I can admit it to the audience and say, hey, guys, this is one of those days where I feel like a dummy, like a real dum-dum.
Okay.
I'm all wrapped up in the Super Bowl.
For sure.
Okay? Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, seems like true love.
Right.
And I love that. I love to see it, and I'm amped about it. But I was worried that she wasn't going to make it back for the Super Bowl in time because she is performing a concert. Is it Tokyo?
I think she's in Tokyo, yeah.
But is that how you pronounce it? Tokyo?
Tokyo.
Okay. She's in Tokyo. And you're like, how do you come back west to east and all that other stuff? Like, how does that work out? It turns out there's some line in the middle of the ocean or something like that where you actually time travel and you gain a day.
It's the international date line.
Yeah. I've never done it, Bob, so I didn't know. My grandfather used to talk about it in World War II because he was on subs crossing the international date line all the time. I just thought, it was just a bunch of dudes on a boat jacking each other off, just kind of making up words and phrases. Turns out it's a real thing.
You were right. The first part was right, though.
Yeah. But you never know what you're making up of like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we just made up this? It's an international date line, and it's just right. It's this invisible thing where you're like, all right, cool, man. Turns out it's true. And because she's coming from there over here, she's going to make it to the game just in time.
Right.
Plenty of time. And there was an article in Variety that went into like great detail about it. They said because she has a PJ, she's going to be able to fly 12 hours straight. Typically, most people have to refuel, not Taylor Swift. As a matter of fact, she's got a bed on that plane.
Yeah.
She's going to be able to sleep the whole time after the concert, be well rested before she lands in Vegas, and then, she'll be at the game.
Yeah.
Which is going to be awesome. Good for her. Good for the ratings and good for us. All right? That's good for everybody all the way around.
Yeah.
Because we all have these Super Bowl parties together, the men and the women. You guys are cheering for one thing. We're cheering for the other. Usually you guys is celebrity appearances.
Right.
The national anthems, and then whoever the halftime show is. For me, I'm not amped about the halftime show this year. Yeah.
No?
No. I don't care about Usher.
Okay. I think you're going to change your tune.
The only song that I like is the one that you do, but I only like the way that you do it.
So you think.
No.
And then they're going to start playing hits and you're going to just.
I never got down with Usher. It was never
I know
like,
you don't think you
man.
did.
Bob, that's not true. Oh, we're on YouTube today. So I just have you play the music.
Yeah.
Just name the songs, Bob, if you can, by Usher.
Usher.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all
look,
I know, though. That's like saying Maybach music for fucking Rick Ross. Like,
Well, I know
Yeah.
every, Rick Ross song front to back, but
Of
I
course.
don't really know that many Usher songs like by name.
same. Like, I know
if
more
I
Rick
heard 'em,
Ross
I would-
songs.
It's not going to be by name, but you're going to be like.
But when you hear them, you're going to be like, oh, all right, cool.
Oh, yeah. You know?
I guess what I'm really admitting to myself today is I'm not into R&B dance, like dance music like that, like R&B dance.
I'm sure you'll
just not
have
into it.
fun during the halftime show. You'll
When
be like, oh
that
shit, that song.
By the way, he had his first major hit in 1997.
Holy shit! What was it?
You make me wanna, the way you wanna make me wanna.
Oh god, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I don't know that one.
You made me wanna be the one I'm with, and then let's start a new relationship. I hate that song. I fucking hate it, dude.
But you got to balance out the amount of like whiteness at the beginning of the Super Bowl with Post Malone and Reba.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, the Reba thing's a shock to me, to be honest with you. I don't know how Reba's reps swung that sitch there, where they were like, you know who would be great and is super relevant right now? Reba. Let's get Reba out there to sing the national anthem.
Fucking evergreen.
You bite your tongue, sir.
Evergreen.
That is Bob's lady.
She is, as soon as Dolly Parton dies, Reba is it.
Is
She's the
primed
queen.
and ready to take over.
Nope.
Yep, she's going to slip
Reba.
right into that throne.
Not doing Reba. If you want to do a Carrie Underwood or somebody like that, fine. Reba, it's a strange one for me. It's a very odd choice for me.
We just need, we're just saying like a Dolly Parton is this very like, wise, not controversial, Southern mom type figure that,
Sure.
her music isn't like.
Well, then you got Post Malone, who's covered in face tattoos.
But everyone knows why you're a Reba hater.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it has nothing to do with me not getting it, dude.
We
It
know.
has nothing to do with that show. It would have been a lot of money, but let's face it. Was it a great show? No.
It's okay. Let it out. Let it out.
That money would have been great, though. 8 seasons of Reba? Holy shit.
Yeah.
But not, it's not like I sit back and I'm like, oh my God, do you remember that Reba? You remember that one Reba episode?
Yeah.
We got crunk to? It's just not a thing in this world.
Right.
Because there is gigs that you take just for the gig of it, where you're like, all right, well, I'm on this thing and I don't really care. I've got friends who are on those CSI, whatever the fuck city they're just like,
Yeah. They're fine, though. They're doing just fine.
They are. But it was just like,
Art at its highest form.
Yeah, they're doing what they have to do.
NCIS.
And they're professional.
God, I remember Clayton
Des Moines.
hated 24. I think you told this story in the show. It was just like, if you miss the word "the" in a sentence, they stop the whole scene. I'm sorry, but you missed the word "the."
Oh, and
or
for Clay.
Oh God, yeah.
Which is funny because
Lost it.
he was in my favorite NCIS.
Was he really?
The only one I watched.
That's funny.
NCIS Nolans.
Oh,
Oh, sure. Sure. But anyways, Taylor's going to time travel.
She's going to time travel. She's going to make it.
She's going to be fine.
They're going to win. I'm trying to go all in on my bookie right now. They still won't let me, by the way. That spread's down to 1. And they won't let me bet the max bet yet.
Let the hate fuel you.
Yeah.
For Shanahan, for Purdy.
All of it is. I'm so fueled that I'm trying to press the phones every morning where I'm just like, oh, can I bet the max bet yet? When is time?
Jesse, you're going to lose your house.
It started at 2.5. It started at 2.5. It's already down to -1. And I'm just like, come on, man. Just let me in there with that max bet. Brother.
Yeah.
And I did. So is MyBookie on the show today, Bob? Yeah. They are a sponsor. Great. Shit. I'll read them right now. MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinking Bros doubles that first deposit up to $1,000. Here's why that matters. What it did allow me to do, Bob, last night was prop bets. And because I knew we were doing this show this morning,
Right.
first touchdown scored. Travis Kelce.
Oh, yeah?
It's going to be Travis Kelce.
Okay.
It's got to be, right?
I mean, look, if you think you can predict that sort of thing, then
I did last weekend.
I mean, historically speaking, he scores in every one of the playoff games that he plays.
Okay.
Right, but first. So
It's a
it's got to
safe
be,
bet.
it has to be first. No.
You
It's
can
got to be
also-
first.
You can also do anytime touchdown.
But it's
You
less,
can, but it's
lower
less
odds.
money. So I'll read it off because I did this late at night last night. I couldn't sleep. And I popped this off. I was surprised the odds on it. So it's 20 to 1. 21 odds. $500 pays off at 10,000. So that would be awesome. That would be rad, Travis. and I just want to have a little something in on it, you know?
Yeah.
Just to get my beak wet on this and root for it. I want it to happen.
Yeah.
I want to manifest this.
Sure.
And that's why I'm putting it out to the world right now.
The secret, you're gonna secret it?
Yeah, I watched the DVD last night. I popped in the secret DVD. I watched it, and I've got a vision board now above the bed, and I'm staring at Travis Kelce, and I want this to happen now.
Cool.
And I'm all in. But Usher, I kind of hope maybe breaks sprains an ankle, not breaks a leg. That's terrible.
That is terrible.
But COVID or something like that, and then he has to sit out, and guess who's there in the booth? And then she just rolls down a coup. Straight fucking a coup, dude.
She would never.
No.
The show would have to go on. You know what would actually do it is Reba.
Yeah,
no
Reba
lie,
would pop up there.
Reba would be like, anybody got a guitar? Just fuck it. I'll do it. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
How long? 12 minutes and 38 seconds? No problem.
That's pro. That's what we're talking about by taking
She's a pro.
Taking the throne of Dolly, where it's just like professional shit, top to bottom.
Yeah, but Dolly reminded us she's queen at the Cowboys game.
She sure did.
She did.
She sure did. Yeah. She looked great. What is she, 70 something?
Who could say?
Exactly.
Ageless, yeah.
She's ageless. But Jack Harlow performed in the game before that at halftime. It was dog shit.
Yeah.
And then 70-something-year-old Dolly Parton gets up there and looks like, I thought it was an old cheerleader coming back
You want
to
to talk
life.
about somebody that's a fucking psyop? Jack Harlow.
I know. That guy doesn't seem real, does he?
No. He shouldn't be a
Was that
thing.
a Fire Fest tent behind them? Fire fraud?
It was a yurt. It looked like a yurt. And it was, some type of vegetated land, or I don't really know what the look he was going for there, but it was terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, if Usher gets COVID or something like that,
who are the special guests you think he's going to have that could potentially replace him?
That's a great question.
Or just be,
he's
additional to his show.
supposed to
I think
have-
it's
one obvious one. For Usher?
Yeah.
There's one obvious one.
Lil Jon?
Yeah, Lil Jon.
Lil Jon,
Okay.
yeah, which would be great.
That would be
the place
great.
would go nuts for Lil Jon.
That would be great.
But the rest of it, I just can't get down on Usher on my own. However, he should be in tip-top shape though, because he's been doing that Vegas residency, and people have been going nuts for that for a while.
Got to be in good shape.
Yeah,
Carrot Top.
So he's
also
good.
Vegas, right?
Oh, that's right. I forgot it's in Vegas. There's so many people that could fill in actually in Vegas.
Dude, fucking
Holy
Carrot
shit!
Top just pops
Carrot
out.
Top? Have you seen Carrot Top recently?
He's
Boy.
jacked.
No, recent.
No, I mean he's still jacked.
Not only is he jacked, but he went to Burning Man
He
and
went to
never
Burning Man.
came back. And
Hair
is
is like
going,
90 different colors.
going
braids.
the way of like an Aerosmith older lesbian mom look.
So he didn't use sunscreen, is what you're saying.
No, just go to the picture.
Go to the picture, dude. He looks like Steven Tyler.
I can't do it. Rob has to do it.
Rob,
Yeah.
pull up the picture of recent Carrot Top. Or C-Top is what they call him in the biz. I'm kidding. Nobody calls him C-Top. It'd be great if they did, though.
You know who C-Top
Really great if they did.
shares a
this-
birthay with?
Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah,
No, okay,
is.
so
Or even like, I don't even.
No.
That one,
Here's
that
one.
one, this
Good
one.
Lord.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he didn't use sunscreen.
no, there's one where he has like dreads.
dreads
He's
now.
got like a thicker glass. It's very like
Puts,
he
type
looks
in
like
Carrot
he
Top
l-
dreads. And then see what pops up.
What did
there.
we put in? Carrot Top now?
Oh, shit. Well, look at the picture on Rogan.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
right. He was just on Rogan, too.
I don't know what Rob does.
There you go.
Okay, right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
one
yeah.
where he was on Rogan. And he
There
was
you go,
kinda
right
Okay,
there.
yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I think it's like with the glasses and then the like he puts that up in a bun, like those dreads and stuff.
Yep. And then
It's a
dyes the
ver-
eyebrows
It's
black.
a look. It's a real look. My
It is.
gosh.
Now, it's pretty good. I'm going to read you Usher's. I'm on his like biggest songs or whatever for
Okay.
Apple Music, and here are his biggest collaborators.
What do we got?
Okay.
There's has Lil Jon and Ludacris.
Oh,
So I think-
Luda.
Luda popping out.
That'd be great.
That would be
Luda's still
great.
in top form. He looks the same age.
Yeah.
Did one with Alicia Keys called My Boo.
She's done a Super Bowl before.
She
hasn't
has
she?
done a Super Bowl, I believe. Yeah.
We've got a Will I Am and a Pitbull.
Oh, Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide pops up.
Gross.
Now,
Okay.
fingers
Gross.
crossed, he had a pretty big duet with fellow R&B singer R. Kelly.
Oh, now talk about
Release him.
I can guarantee that won't happen.
Release him. Let him up on stage.
but like how kind of like I'd be very excited about it.
Yeah.
Now
Just for that second, then you put him back.
Here's one that could bring the fucking house down if even one of these two people come out. Probably the latter. Love in This Club featuring Beyonce and Lil Wayne.
Okay.
All right, if they play that, but I still need
Ross, this is going to be fun.
I still need but I need the guests. I need the guests then. The guests are what makes it fun.
Now,
I don't really give a shit about Usher. The guests of all of those songs that you just named made those songs to me.
In no world is Usher going to perform solo.
Yeah.
I hope
think
not.
I
hope not.
I think from what I hear, there's going to be a lot of guest appearances.
Then I'm fine with that.
By the way, there's one guest that I think is going to be there, and it's going to be one of the most talked about things at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
There's going to be a sick fucking dance-off, and everyone's going to be furious because he has multiple songs with Chris Brown.
Oh.
But watching those two dance...
I mean, you'd forget all your cares would just be wiped away, huh?
Yeah, Chris Brown kind of skates by for all the shit he's done.
He really does.
He only gets popped for the one thing with Rihanna, but he's done a lot worse.
It's my theory of just like doing it all, right?
Yeah.
Like while you're about to go to court for the domestic battery, like you beat up the current
Double
girlfriend,
down.
and then it's like some weird TMZ picture, and nobody really believes it, or they can't like handle that back to back.
Yeah, if you give them too many headlines, they can't cover you.
Yeah, you just go like, I can't. I guess he's fine. He's fine. It's too much. It's
fine.
Too much.
I wonder if it's up because usually they have bets on this or who's going to show up here. Because money wise, I don't think Chris Brown, just because of the backlash, that would be. I don't think the NFL would ever allow that to happen.
Backlash? I mean,
I don't know. He beat the Christ out of his ex-girlfriends.
When has that ever stopped the NFL?
Yeah, A and B
Took the words out of my mouth.
like they like. It's one of those things that people kind of don't care.
All right,
like
hang
he'll
on.
show up places, at shows or award shows or whatever, and you're like, okay, I guess this
Like
is cool.
grind on fans and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hold on. I didn't know this. Usher and Chris Brown are, I guess, in a feud.
Good. He doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, I really just want a little Jonathan.
Little Jonathan would be
Little
great.
Jonathan and a Ludacris. That would be really great.
Have the Fast movies soured you on Luda?
No.
Not even the State Farm commercials.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I'm into all of it.
Dude.
I'm not in the State Farm commercials.
The drama between Chris Brown and Usher is
What is it?
on brand.
What's the crux?
So it was at Chris Brown's birthday party on May 5th.
Sure.
Okay.
Everybody
Cinco
was-
de Mayo.
Yeah, everybody was singing happy birthday to him this past May 5th. Okay. And TMZ reported apparently Chris Brown was trying to talk to Tiana Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And she ignored him, which enraged Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Who then tried to
She's
get
prone to.
Yeah, he then tried to get at her, and Usher had to hold him back, I guess.
Oh,
from
okay.
Tiana
Oh,
Taylor.
okay. Let me break this down. So you invited Chris Brown to your party.
No, it was Chris Brown's party.
Chris Brown's party. You went to Chris Brown's party and then were surprised when Chris Brown stuff happened. Do you know what I mean? And you were mad when he was Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Now, Ross, can you confirm this? I have heard Usher is like a tough SOB. Like he's a motherfucker.
Well, let me continue the story then. Because what happened next was Chris Brown was like, "We're leaving," to his crew, and they all walked out.
Leaving his own party.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
Usher went after them. And then Usher, after, I guess, Usher said that people said that he returned from speaking to Brown, and he had a bloody nose. So he got into a fist fight with someone in maybe Chris Brown himself.
Yeah, so here's what I know about Usher behind the scenes. Heavy security, was always keeping the face clean, good to go. So, like, no. But he was always into boxing and all that other shit. Could he? Maybe. Is he willing to risk it? I wouldn't. So, no, I don't believe that. Whereas Chris Brown doesn't really give a fuck anytime, anywhere. I was at a Hollywood thing a long time ago with him, and he chucked a fucking bottle across a goddamn bar at somebody, and it was just like, fucking A.
but I've heard stories of Usher just like, all right, this is going down now. like we're gonna throw down.
I have not. So who knows? But at least we know that Chris Brown is out. So if that is a prop bet, and I'm looking on my bookie right now because they usually have these as it gets closer. He's out. Like, there's no way they'll bring him. Now, Lil Jon, all in for, and I think you have to. Luda, I think you have to. When I went to the NFC Championship for the Atlanta Falcons that year, they went to the Super Bowl. They did the halftime show there, and it was everybody from Atlanta: Usher, Ludacris, Big Boy, fucking Jermaine Dupri. There was a bunch of them. They all came out together, and they were all friends together. And they all took the Atlanta thing very seriously. So hopefully that happens here. I don't want to see Usher by himself, for sure. I don't. Beyonce, I don't think he'll choose Beyonce because it would overshadow the performance. And I remember
Maybe a Jay-Z?
reading this. Well, no. I remember reading an article with Jay-Z a long time ago who just said, hey, because he's in charge of it. You know that, right? He picks the Super Bowl. And they were like, well, when are you going to pick yourself? And he was like, I'll wait a few, and then I'll pick myself. Like, I can't do that right out the gate. And
he goes for 60.
Well, he goes, he might, but he goes,
wants to wheel out there or what?
He goes, they go, who would you bring out as special guest? And he goes, I want the stage all to myself. Like, because there is that flex too, where you're like, I don't need anybody.
But you do kind of have to bring people out.
Well, the way he looked at it, and which I kind of agree with him, where he's like, dude, did Springsteen bring anybody out? No, dude, it's fucking Springsteen.
Do you want a random number, though, like 58? No, you want like a solid Super Bowl 60.
60,
Yeah.
Or in age. I mean, he's got to be getting close to 60 as well. So if he kind of pairs that up together, his wife has done it. Did she have anybody else out? I don't think she did.
She was with...
I'm pretty sure she brought someone out. Oh, yeah, she did. She brought out Destiny's Child.
Oh, well, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was a huge group, so I understand that one. But like Gaga didn't bring anybody out or anything, so.
But she doesn't collaborate really.
Right.
So if it's someone like Usher, which literally every one of his big hits is like a collaborative effort.
I agree.
Then
Also, is there an agreement that like every 7 years Slash has to make an appearance?
Yeah.
It's either Slash or Travis Barker, right? We're just like, all right, fuck.
Or who's the fucking dude from Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Flea.
Yeah.
One of them has to like come out and play on like no matter what.
That's so true.
Maybe Slash comes out. He does that part.
I don't. What noise is that? What is it?
I'm sure they can get some kind of like distortion on Slash's guitar that
Just
will
bad
make
squeak sound.
Yeah. But it looks like he's like rocking out.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Or Flea. I mean, Flea I think would do better with an
Sure.
Then Travis Barker comes in with just the beat of it, right? Like they slowly build it up to then Usher like falling from the sky or however they're gonna do it.
I wish it was just somebody else that was doing it, just based on what the Super Bowl is. Like I want to see something fucked up and wild, and we're not going to get that. We're going to get a cookie cutter thing out of Usher, I think.
Maybe.
You know, because the Super Bowl is exactly what a lot of us predicted before the season was. 49ers Chiefs. It is, but we knew what that was going to be. Therefore, the excitement of it, I want to come from the halftime show, and I don't know that we're going to get that.
It's in Vegas. I think it's going to be a party.
Yeah.
It's going to be super fun.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Real surprise, Taylor Swift turned down the gig. Very, very surprised. Miley Cyrus turned it down afterwards. That's wild to me. Her reasoning, though, was pretty boss, where she was just like, I don't really feel like fucking singing live anymore. Like, I don't feel like doing any of this bullshit anymore. And I was just like, okay, cool, man, but it's the Super Bowl. Like, you might never be asked ever again.
Right, but she's been doing it since she's...
Oh, yeah, like 8.
Yeah, so I think people are allowed to be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I've been waiting for a time in my life that I can just be like, no, thank you. I've said yes to every single thing.
And it makes me like her more, you know? Whereas you take this fucking show you and I were watching last night on Netflix, Griselda.
Griselda.
God, it's Sofia Vergara, who, you know, couldn't be any hotter and all that other stuff. But there's no reason. Just say no to it. Like, I don't really get why you would want to do this.
All right, so this is what you think of Griselda, right?
Correct.
This is her in her older age. She's a grandma.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we need to pull her up in her younger days.
Yeah, so
it's off.
that's what I was wondering. Was like,
Same here.
gosh,
Did I miss
was
something?
she good looking when she was younger?
And we
wasn't
wanted to
that
wait.
bad.
We wanted to wait till the show because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
looked. We didn't look. So let's see her. Let's see the young Griselda here.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Okay.
Is that her on the right too?
Yeah, this is her. One's a mugshot.
Oh.
One's
No.
just,
What?
one's like a mugshot, and one is
No.
Whoa, stop
her
showing me that
dolled
one.
up. Yeah.
Okay, so that is her on the
No,
right though.
Let's
Hang on,
do
Bob.
another.
Go back to
know.
another one.
No,
Bob.
I don't
Go back
buy
to another
this.
one, Bob.
I need another pic. I don't buy that.
This
at
is
all.
her.
Yeah.
This is young her.
Yeah. So that's
God.
not.
Yeah, that
what
looks
you
like the
just
fucking
showed
grandmother.
was not.
What I showed was
it.
her dolled up.
No, that wasn't her.
This is a different human being.
This is a fucking.
That's not her.
That's an entirely different
So
human being.
that's
Yes.
her.
That's not her.
Yeah, that's not her.
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 Not her.
All right,
Her.
Cocaine Cowboys makes more sense. Yeah, she's not
Not her.
terrible though. She's not exactly.
No, but look. Okay.
Come on
And
now.
then is there any? Because that's very young, by the way. So we're into what Griselda these years, or when she's like left Colombia, she's now in America.
I mean, here's
She
her.
has
like,
3 kids,
still,
right?
Still pretty young, I think. And it's
Okay.
already.
Oh, Bob. Look at this Jabba.
All right, you know what?
It's Jabba the Hutt.
I was
So-
wrong.
That's fine.
I was wrong.
We knew all
Now
along.
that girl that you thought she was, absolutely Delco.
I pulled up
That's
young
like,
Griselda, and that was the first thing that popped up.
Sure, you got.
I got
You got got.
You got got.
I
But
didn't
You got
fact
got.
check.
so this is the years that we're in right now.
Right. And this is what we all know.
With Sofia Vergara. Now,
yeah.
the show.
Pull her up.
Pull her
It's-
up.
okay, so
Pull
it's
up a
just-
side by side of Sofia Vergara.
I know this isn't a hot take and it's happened, you know, the show has already come out. People have talked about this, but we just started watching it. So therefore, we're talking about it now. That's just how it
because
goes.
it's so fucking distracting that it takes away from the show.
They do uglier up, but it's really hard to
No.
ugly
Now,
Sofia Vergara.
so
up.
you think in that picture, right? But when you're watching it, it's still fucking huge tit,
Yep.
same body,
Skinny, tall,
same lips,
huge tit, Sofia Vergara.
same
Yep.
and you're just kind of like that.
So pop up this pic. Okay, just leave
And
that on
she's
screen.
not amazing. So it's like one of these things where I have no qualms with like uglying up someone that's amazing for the part.
And here's what Jessie said last night, and I think this is dead on, is because she's so hot and she's used to being hot her entire life, when she looked in the mirror at this, and just with a wonky little nose and a little
And, like-
something on the chin there, she was just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm hideous." And
Yeah.
you're like, "Dude, no, you're not." Like
the eyebrows too.
The eyebrows
all of
a
it.
little bit, and then like the hair, but
But you
if
watch it and you still want to have sex with Sofia Vergara. No one wants to have sex with Griselda.
Nope,
It's not her. Yep.
Come on.
There it is. There it is.
So
And this is the one, by the way. It's not even. Oh,
Oh boy.
whoa,
it's not even.
happening?
Not even this version. That's like go down on me.
yeah.
It's this version.
It's that version.
And so
Yeah.
she got super pissed off on the Kelly Clarkson show the other day when Kelly Clarkson was like, you didn't have to spend that much time in makeup. She was like,
No, she said
lost her
it's
mind, right?
weird. It was supposed to be a compliment, but she was saying it's weird. They like didn't. It's like they didn't do that much to you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still trying to be like, but it works or something. And she was like, I was in makeup for hours and a wig and a nose, and you're like,
This
Yeah.
this is Hollywood though, baby.
I
You gotta,
know.
like, we can't put up some disgusting fucking Jabba character.
Not that.
it's true, but we can put someone
But
that
get a
maybe
good character actor. The girl who played her
we don't
friend.
know.
The real estate agent.
I think if you're so recognizable.
It takes you out of it. And I told Jessie this. They wanted Jennifer Lopez has been trying to play this role for years and years and years.
Thank God.
And
man.
everybody in Hollywood is like, God damn it! Have you seen the real person? Like, what are we gonna do to you?
And it's not even looks. Like I don't care. They could put that same makeup on someone that I don't know is Sofia Vergara in a fake nose. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
You know who could actually play this pretty well?
We were talking about this last night. Who do you have?
It's gonna be your Oscar winner, Lily Gladstone.
Oh, the engine.
Yeah.
right, but
Yeah.
she wouldn't be good. Do
Why
you know what
wouldn't
I'm
she be
saying?
good?
I
Was
have
she good in
not
this movie?
seen her. I have not seen her in any kind of range other than
She was the best part of the movie.
sure playing a Native American woman, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think she could play Griselda.
I don't know, man. In
just
today's
don't have
Hollywood,
any- you don't
in
have
today's
any,
Hollywood, an Indian playing a fucking Colombian, people would be pissed off about
That's
it.
not even it. We just don't have any. That's the only thing she's done, bro.
But Mexican dudes or Mexican women always play natives all the time, or Middle Eastern people all the time.
And they're now getting rid of that little by little, and they hate it, and they're just like, don't take this from me. What was John Leguizamo was pissed off about Luigi, the cartoon movie, because it was Chris Pratt playing it.
But like he played Luigi and he's not Italian.
Right. And it's just like, come on, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. James Franco just finished shooting Fidel Castro. He's playing Castro. It was another one that people were pissed off about. And it was just like, they look similar, you know?
Right.
Throw a little brown makeup on him. It's still acting at the end of the day for me, so I don't give a shit. But I'm just telling you, Hollywood wouldn't go for it right now.
I think it's the last of the unrecognizable trend that we've been seeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, okay, like now we can just get people that are good, or, you know,
Right.
you put makeup on them, but I didn't know what they look like before. So now I can go on this journey, as opposed to like the entire time just being like, what is
So
going on?
I think
like, what is the nose? Like, looking at the thing, I'm just distracted the whole
I think
time.
I have the answer for it too. I mean, you could Salma Hayek, you could have even uglied her up a little bit. I think maybe.
No, she's too recognizable and gorgeous.
But I think the reason why they had her was because Netflix has a huge presence in South America, and I think that sells to them, and they'll probably all watch it because it's her and blah blah blah. But I'm sure in their country,
and
they're
also
making fun of it. You know,
she's speaking,
I mean, they tried to ugly her up before.
and it didn't work.
it didn't work.
It really didn't work.
It didn't work.
It was
A
like
lot of people went
Just
to see
one
this movie
unibrow, just a
They just
little
gave
bit
the
of
to
hair,
see her lesbian scene.
This
right?
just looks like the fucking character from Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, she was
Exactly.
great in this. And I think she won an Oscar, didn't she? Or she got
She
got
won.
nominated.
No, she won.
Yeah, so that's all fine, but like
Edward Norton got her that fucking Oscar, dude.
still hot.
Yeah. Still hot.
still hot.
Still hot.
You're right.
Yeah.
I think I just don't. I think maybe she's just not good enough.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm with
Maybe
you on that
that's
one.
it.
Who
I
are the
don't
good
know.
She should host a
ugly
game
actors?
show. The Uggos?
I'm
Yeah, who
not
are the
even
good Uggos
saying-
these days?
No, I'm not even saying like
What?
ugly. I'm saying
Oh, I got the best ugly actor.
Who
right
do you
now.
got?
He's
Female.
female.
No, actress.
Oh, I thought you
Actress,
said
yeah.
actor. I'd say Barry Keoghan.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, men get
Ugly
roles all the
as
time.
sin.
But he was so ugly that he couldn't even get nominated for an Oscar after winning a Golden Globe. Like, that's what's, you know.
yeah, we
When
don't.
you're that ugly and you kind of just blend in, you're like, oh, yeah, I still don't know that guy's fucking real name.
Honestly, I'd give you an actress who I find attractive, but I bet a lot of people would like be not about it.
Okay.
Go on.
Or think she's weird looking or something like that.
Who you got?
Emma Stone.
You're a fucking
Are
idiot.
you're a fucking moron.
I feel like a lot
You
of
think
people
people don't find
Shut
Emma
the
Stone
fuck
attractive?
I think a lot of people say weird.
That
They
is
love
the
her.
worst
You
They
thing
love
just,
her.
you
She's like
just
America's
proved,
sweetheart.
You just proved our point.
All right.
There is no such. We don't have uggo actresses.
Yeah, dude,
It's
she's
just
America's
not
sweetheart.
something that we let happen
We have
in
a couple
the world.
fat actresses and they lose weight.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
even then they're like cast as that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we do.
Oh, someone in the comment section offered up a good name.
Who?
Good actress that could probably pull off this role.
Who we got?
Rosario Dawson.
Oh, shit. Yes.
She'd be
Rosario
great,
Dawson
actually.
is awesome, actually.
You know what I just realized though? Like you have to speak Spanish and Colombian like Spanish the entire time.
Yeah. That's not that hard to learn. So,
No, you have to be really authentic with it. So
Authentico. Jesus Christ, Jesse.
so
Respect it.
Sofia Vergara
Respect the
is
cultura.
Colombian, and so there's at least that kind of authenticity too, because it is a lot of it. Very little of it is in English. So she's got to like,
Yeah.
she's doing pretty much the whole thing
Just pull some
in
random
an authentic Colombian accent.
just pull some
Spanish.
random woman from the first season of Narcos.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to look at it right now. Like, who would it be? Like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? Who would we do this with? Like, who's a fucking
You know who could do it?
who's like a solid 175 out there? Who's remotely Latino? female. Anyone?
You know who could probably do it is Martin Short.
Oh, fuck off.
I'm all
Just with like makeup. If you're
I'm all
already
short, dude.
if you're doing like that much makeup anyways,
Rob, first off, get your
Why
Calvin
can't it
bullshit
be?
out of here. Martin Short could pull it off for sure.
yeah, why can't he?
Is Joel here? You've got to change that thumbnail, dude. They're fucking nuking accounts. It's against the law.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
Don't do AI.
Jesus Christ, man.
Oh,
He's not in the know. He
what
doesn't-
happened?
Hey,
Yeah.
AI is-
It's all right. Pull it down.
Ooh.
It's rare that I say it. But
I think Rosario Dawson's probably the best answer. Although, honestly, you want a Latina that's putting on a little weight. Selena Gomez.
oh, all right.
Well, she has like lupus, right?
It doesn't matter. I don't even care that she's putting on weight. But I'm
Whatever.
saying
However
getting
she's
thick.
gaining weight,
thick.
she's gaining weight. Yeah. Yeah.
No, she's on like head meds and
She actually has lupus.
Yeah, she does have like a
yeah, and like kidney issue and is bipolar or something too. So like that, all
the
those
stuff.
all those medications mess with you. Although she doesn't look bad at all, but
She doesn't look bad at all. No.
yeah,
It's just kind of like a swollen face, a little bit.
yeah. Which happens if you want to like choose.
What is it?
What
Head
is what?
meds? That's what. Oh, okay. Is that what she's
I
on?
think it's a combination.
I think it's lupus. That does a lot to your body.
Sure, but she's on a lot of medication for all that stuff.
Yeah, that definitely
including
does.
head meds,
It's-
which
but-
makes you gain weight.
And lupus causes inflammation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that'll definitely absolutely do it to you, for sure. I've known a lot of people. Shit, a lot of people have rolled through on Drinking Bros, even with depression and all those meds they give you there. You puff up. Kanye is a great example of it. Like every time he's on the medication, he's fat, and every time he's off of it, he's skinny. So yeah,
It sucks that you have to
Ish.
choose between that. Like, oh, do I want to be like
America Ferrera is coming up in the chat. I agree. That would have been a good one. She's lost a lot of weight for Barbie and all that stuff. But yeah, give it a couple years ago. She was good, dude. Not in Barbie, but she's been good in everything else she's ever done, I think.
America Ferrera?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that would have been a good one. I like that's a
Are you saying
decent one for
she
sure.
could? This person could do it, Bob?
Yeah, what is Rob doing right now?
Anya,
Rob.
this is my Latina actress that I'm choosing.
No.
Come on, man.
Super Latina.
She actually is. She's Argentinian.
Really?
Yeah.
What's this broad's name?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
She was
She's
the
European.
chess movie girl.
Yeah.
Chess movie girl.
Remember
No, not the Queen's Gambit.
Queen's
Oh,
Gambit?
yeah.
She's in the menu.
She's in the menu.
Yeah,
That was a
that's
chess movie.
She's fucking Latino.
She's Argentinian and British.
She's as white as they come, man.
Actually-
Argentinians are white.
And also, but speaks fluent Spanish.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
That
And,
could've
and by
been
the
a-
way, I pulled her up because I just found her on a list of the 61 best Latina actresses. Right?
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucked. I'm not. Yeah, I can't do that. I think America Ferrera would have been a good one for sure. She could have pulled that off.
Yeah.
She can give like a monologue like she did in Barbie.
Boy, that's a rough one, man. Just read that in the script, and that's a tough one to pull off. You know.
Yeah.
And then when it makes 1.2, everybody's $1 billion. Everybody's judging it. Who's that?
This is the TV movie version of her, Judy Reyes from Scrubs.
There you go.
This is a good
Oh
one.
yeah.
She is actually. I loved her on Scrubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
she's
she was
very
good. on Scrubs.
good.
Yeah. So they did a TV movie version of
No,
this
no, I'm just saying if there was a TV movie, this is who they'd get.
for Lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's wild, right? Like that's kind of it. But those two were fighting over this for years, and it eventually tipped to Homegirl's way there. It appears as if there's only 6 episodes, so we're only halfway through it right now, and it sucks because it's enjoyable except for the lead, where you're just like all the other actors are pretty fucking good, and I'm like, shit, man,
Yeah.
you know. But it's one of the highest viewed things on Netflix, and this trend will continue, where they do this 6-part thing and then kind of get out of there.
Yeah.
I like that. I like miniseries.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Masters of
then-
the Air, baby, going
Yeah.
right now.
I mean, things that get dragged on too long, you ruin it.
I agree.
If Westworld was just a miniseries, one season, it would have been perfect.
Would have been amazing.
Oh yeah. If you could have capped
Everyone
that
would
at the
be
end of it,
begging for it to come
at the end
back.
of season 1, you know that's what
Just that
Lost was
cliffhanger.
supposed to be like that too. And then they were like, oh shit, we gotta do a whole fucking show.
Yeah. For like way too long. Yeah.
I told you I finally got the answer to that, right?
I think so.
Finally. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Because I liked the show, but I was like, man, what the fuck were you guys doing? And I finally talked to the writers, and I was like, God damn it, I got it, and I can live my life now, and I feel all right about it. I want to tell the audience here, we got something fun. I just got a text about it. Your crime juice is going to be ready tomorrow.
Oh my God.
I'm picking it up. So we'll see. I asked the guy, I was like, look, I'm not there, and I can't test out the Pinots there. I had a dream, much like Martin Luther King a couple weeks ago.
Sure.
Some might say more important.
Same.
Some might say more important. Of the Crime Corner logo and Jesse's face on a bottle of wine, calling it Crime Juice. So I just made like 10 bottles just to test it out here. I was in a meeting for Hard AF Seltzer, and the guy was like, oh, hey, we're white labeling this wine and everything else. And I was like, shit, man. And I had a dream about it, and I woke up and I fucking called, and I just said, let's do this, and then we'll do the logo for it. I picked those up tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do with them yet, but
I mean,
I got 10. I ordered 10 of them of the Crime Juice wine.
okay.
Does it, forgive me because I don't know that much about wine. This is what I want to ask you. If you left it for like 10 years, does it get better?
Yeah, it's a red.
It is. It's Pinot Noir. It's exactly what you asked for.
Correct environment and facility, sure.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know how that worked.
The correct like red wine temperature and the cellar type thing. For that long, yeah, but you could red.
Is it room temperature? Is it, yeah, I was going to say, you can, for red, you can leave it out, right?
You can leave it out. I'm just saying if you want it to last how many years, you said?
I don't know. I think one bottle we should save for whenever this show ends, and then have it.
Yeah.
The other, we'll put a couple on your set for Crime Corner.
Yep.
And then we'll see what
Maybe
the rest
I'll
of them
do
are.
something on Patreon as far as like something to like give some away.
Yeah. So they just texted me right now. They said I could pick it up Thursday morning. So yeah, I'm gonna roll
Crime
in.
Juice.
It should be ready for the show, so that way we can at least show the bottle on the show.
Yeah.
It
We
should
just
be
need
awesome.
to clip all the times Joel says Crime Juice and like put it in some kind of
Thing over and over and over again.
Yeah. Crime
like in a
juice,
30-second commercial.
Yeah,
because you could have the bottle. Do you want to shoot the bottle, Joel?
He has he does every show, but Crime Juice.
Yeah.
So
I think if we cut that together and then showed the bottle and everything.
Yeah.
And then maybe we give one away like Logan Paul and the golden bottle of Prime or something.
Sure.
Should it be like a scavenger hunt? Should we leave clues like a crime scene? Like,
Whoa.
And then that way you give it out to the people on Patreon of like, hey, here's the clue of where it is. Can you solve the mystery of this hidden box of wine? Of where, the box would be buried somewhere. And then we'll put one bottle in there, and whoever gets it, gets it. I think that would be fucking awesome for the show.
Right. Or I could give it to someone.
Man, I know exactly where I want to put it.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do one and you do one.
Okay. Mine is going to be more like I give it to someone and they can't tell anyone else that I gave it to them.
Okay.
And then in the chat, we do like clues and trying to figure out who of the Patreon like core group who was sent the bottle.
Okay. I like that too.
And then it's almost like a clue, like it's, Craig.
Sure.
In the.
Yeah. Craig in the ballroom with a candlestick.
Right.
And I think that would be great.
We're workshopping.
I know where I want to put this in Austin, actually.
Okay, well, don't say.
I'm not going to. But maybe I'll do one, you do one, and then we'll see what happens with it. If it tastes good, maybe we'll make some more bottles of it.
I mean, look.
I'm curious. I couldn't roll out for the tasting. But I was like, dude, just give me like 10 of these and we'll figure it out later. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
What do we got there?
Oh, so I had a story I saw on Reddit that's kind of been going viral that I wanted to bring to the table.
Oh, I love this, by the way.
Right.
I read this. Bob, you want to read this aloud here? This is a great one.
See.
Yeah. All right, so this is from a Redditor who said his wife told him he was replaceable.
Yeah, I, 30 male, have been married to my wife, 29 female, for 2 years, and we have known each other for 6. A few weeks ago, we had an argument, and during our disagreement, she told me that I am replaceable. After our argument, she went out with her friends. I have been dealing with some health problems for a while, and the argument stressed me out, leaving me nervous and unwell. I was alone in the house and decided to call the paramedics because I felt something was really wrong. To sum up, I suffered a heart attack.
Oh, okay.
In the hospital, they tried to reach my wife, but she didn't respond, likely still upset from our argument. She called later after coming home when she found out that I'm not there. After learning of my condition, she came to see me, stayed with me the entire time, constantly crying and holding my hands. After being sent home, she did everything so I could recover faster. However, despite her best efforts, I couldn't stop thinking about how she told me that I'm replaceable. I constantly think about it. I want to confront her about it, but I don't think I'm ready.
Fuck off. Sorry. I'll go second.
No, you go first.
No, I'll go second.
The
no, 'cause
reaction
you always
was
get
so
mad.
visceral.
You always get mad when I'm just like,
No,
fuck you, motherfucker.
Good. The reaction was so visceral. Now I want to hear this reaction.
Because
Why?
look, like, I've been here. We've been here. You know what I mean? You got in a fight.
Yeah.
You haven't said fucking horrible shit. Are you even in a
relationship?
Are you even in a fun marriage like us? Do you know what I'm saying? Or you can be in a boring one and everything's super nice and nobody says like below the belt shit when they're really fucking heated. That's fine. Have that. You want that, have that. You don't. And it was like, it was a fight.
This guy clearly doesn't like.
He's a little bitch too. Look at the front
a
part.
bitch.
Like, and I was just so stressed out and my been having some health issues and I'm
I had a
unwell
heart attack
mentally.
Because my response to that would have been like, I'm replaceable. Good fucking luck.
Yeah,
right. And then you have a heart attack and you like just prove her right, basically.
That's why I would do it.
No, die out of spite, right?
Right. Because by the way, like, this is something that's so spiteful. Like, God damn, we have a fight. I'm going out with my friends. Why are you guys fighting before she's going out? You're probably a toxic fuck that starts fights with her before she goes out so she fucking has a horrible time and you probably do it every time. But this little bitch, and I'm talking to the dude.
Okay. Of course you are.
Look. What?
So I'll break it down here
What?
at the top. So 2 years. First of all, dude, 2 years into a marriage, a relationship, at that point, you should have said you were going to get divorced 5 or 6 times, right? Because that usually happens in the first few years of marriage.
Right.
So you're replaceable.
They've known each other for 6. Yeah. Replaceable? Ross.
Yeah.
Ross. I mean,
Yeah.
if you had a heart attack every time I said something worse than this,
Oh, God.
you'd be dead.
I would have been dead.
You would have been dead
10 years ago.
Exactly.
What are we going on 13 this year?
Now, what'd she
13 years
say
of
to
marriage?
put you in a coma?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you.
What were you
We
whispering
fought
into his-
sometime before that.
What were you whispering into his ear while he was in a coma?
No, it was.
Yeah.
I picked her up and she had totaled the car, and that's when I was just like, "That's it." Like that sent me over the edge. Did I go in that night after you totaled the car? Or was it the day after? I don't even remember.
It was the next day. I was in a rental.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's when I called that I got into the accident
Yeah.
and called, and you were just annoyed. And I go, die.
Yeah. That was pretty
Yeah.
much it. Yeah.
I go, you can fucking die.
Sure.
And then he almost did, right? And then I'm like, ooh, right?
Whoopsies.
But then I'm like, hope he forgot about that.
My words have power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
And the thing is, I did until she just said it right now.
Am I
So
a
I
wizard?
never would have
you
known you
did
said
what?
that. I never would have known you said
I didn't say it to you. I said it under my breath so the kids could hear. Just kidding. But look, like when you don't, things like this sometimes happen to be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
reset in the relationship or whatever. And you're going to have pretty bad fights. I mean, replaceable is to me one of the most tame things you can say because you kind of know you're not being serious. It's not something that's like really cutting to your personality and your.
But also look at their ages, right? 29 and 30. You're not really going to grow up until mid to late 30s anyways. So
Also,
at this point, at 29,
age-
she's replaceable.
At
He's
that
replaceable.
age, everyone's replaceable.
Correct.
Everyone's
And-
replaceable. You're
At
right.
30, everybody's replaceable.
No kids.
Not to be that guy, but yeah, they don't have kids. So
Yep.
yeah, they're all replaceable.
Fuck yeah.
There's nothing holding you together.
That
Nothing.
was just like something factual that she said to him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's like,
Yeah.
you're replaceable, I'm replaceable, whatever. Like, you're fucking sick all the time.
I think this guy needs to grow up.
He needs to grow up. Now, what is the consensus? Are we far off from what people are saying, or is everyone kind of like, fuck this dude?
The consensus online is just kind of split. There's people that have clearly never been in fun relationships.
Well, or just fucking long-term relationships either, where they'd been together for 6 years, and married for 2. Like, that shit's gonna happen. There was a thing that I read. There was a quote after Bill Belichick got fired from the Patriots after winning 6 Super Bowls. He was there for 24 years. And they said, look, there was another guy who replaced him in 48 hours after that. The greatest coach of all time was replaced in 48 hours. If you don't think you're replaceable, that's fucking crazy.
Right.
And at this, no kids, 29 and 30, yeah, dude, you're fucking replaceable. Sorry, you are. Unless you have some fucking rich, wealthy lifestyle where you're both splitting some fucking mansion together without kids, which is highly doubtful because you wouldn't be going to fucking Reddit in the first place, then yeah, dude, you're both replaceable, you fucking losers. Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them are losers. So.
Just that last, I'll tell you where he lost me to. So after our argument, she went out with her friends. I've been dealing with some health problems for a while, and the argument stressed me out, leaving me nervous and unwell. Look, in these kind of fun relationships too, look, it's weird where the comfortability of being able to fight is also part of the relationship. We're like, look, there's other things that are stressing us out, whatever. We know we're going to be together forever. Like, you don't go so far and below the belt and make people like, cutting, but you can say shit like you're replaceable or whatever.
This is every man Taylor Swift dated before Travis Kelce started whole hogging her.
Exactly. Just like, I'm so stressed out now because you said I was replaceable.
Hang on. I'm sorry. Did you?
I like that term.
Yeah. Pardon the interruption here, Jesse. Did you say whole hogging her?
Yeah. Sometimes you got a whole hogger.
Gotcha.
Wait, what?
It's talking about deep dick in her. Have never heard the phrase whole hogging. Just wanted to get that
Rob
on the
likes
record.
to do stuff like that.
Just to
in
drop
that way too, to be like, are people listening?
I don't know. I think that's how he talks in real life, and I love it because it pops out occasionally, and you're like, oh, it's just a nice reminder that Bob's a dirtbag too. And you're like, all right, cool. Yeah,
I'm a total piece of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you guys Bob? You guys have knockdown, drag out? Not recently, but I mean in your life.
I feel like the kids just kind of like, I'm too tired. Like, what? There's nothing she could say to me even that would make a dent at this point.
Exactly.
No, we haven't had like a big fight in a long time.
We
fight, certainly. Oh, we snipe at each other all the time.
Sure.
But like, yeah. Like an actual like, fuck. No, not really.
Yeah.
Probably not since we moved. Because anything with house and money stuff can
absolutely, or anything, or if one of you is like an unwell, fucking nervous little bitch boy, you're gonna start to like get into. She's gonna start to fucking pick at you.
Right.
I'm going out with my friends. Why don't you stay here and have a fucking heart attack, you little bitch? And then he did.
Yeah, house and moving and all that stuff, Bob, for sure. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you aren't
for sure, if
you haven't at least kind of threatened divorce during the move, I don't even think you're really married.
Yeah.
And we had it so annoying at the end of last year, beginning of this last year, whatever, that like since then we've been on pretty good to go. Like I'm sure you guys were pretty chill after Ross almost died for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's just like there's so much like so when we moved and then 4 months later, I think 3-4 months later she gave birth and then 2 weeks after that we were in the hospital with the other kid for a week. Like that was such an exhausting like 4 fucking months that it was. We've been on kind of cruise control since then, to be honest.
Absolutely. And look, I think anyone in early stages of marriage and with young kids, like, you just got to stick it out. It's not going to be fucking amazing. It's not going to be the best time of your life. I think it should be like a way harder process for people with young children, babies, whatever, to get a divorce, because when you make it to the other side of that, you're two completely different people.
Yeah.
Your brain chemistry, your sleeping, your stress, everything. Like, if you can just make it through that and you still, after all of that, you're able to hang out again, you have your personality back, the kids are older, and you still don't want to be together, cool. Or if there's something like domestic abuse or people fucking having heart attacks to fuck with you or whatever, then get out of that. But, yeah. You have to be able to fight. You have to be able to let it out. You have to be able to get through it.
The last thing about this is the kids thing to me, and not having kids in this whole sitch. Like, you're not worn down. You're not beaten down by life. All that other stuff. I saw what were we watching last night? Entertainment Tonight's. Oprah just turned 70, and she looks probably the best she's ever looked. To be honest with you, and I had no fucking idea she was 70 years old. And then you think about it, and you're like, well. She's richer than Jesus, one. Two, she's never had kids.
Right.
So, like, that whole thing never affected any part of her life. Because what they showed her jogging down the beach last night at 70 years old. Like,
she was shuffling.
Happy 70. So what? The fact that any 70-year-old was out there in a beach. Because it's hard to jog on a beach.
Sorry.
It's hard to jog on a beach.
No, it really is. It really is.
And especially at 70.
No,
and she looks the best she's ever looked in her entire life. That's not having kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then also when you're that rich, you know, what are you arguing about at that point? That somebody forgot to bring out your escargot with the steak? Like, what's the argument when you have that much wealth and you don't have kids? What are her and Stedman bitching about together? You know?
Not
now,
much.
If she turned to him and said, hey, you're replaceable 40 years into the relationship, it might hurt him a little bit, you know? Because it's true.
But my gosh, you can't hear that. And like,
I guarantee you, they sleep in different houses.
Yeah. They don't.
You think so?
Stedman and her aren't fighting or talking or anything that much.
I don't know their whole sitch. I don't really know what it is.
There's been speculation, but that's
for sure with Gail. Everybody's speculated that for years. Can't confirm it. Nobody really knows anything about her behind the scenes. Like. I have no fucking idea what Oprah does. Nothing. All her shit has been so fucking airtight. I think somebody, if I remember correctly, some of her employees on her show trying to go after her years ago and leak some emails that she was a bitch. And I was like, I read the emails when it got leaked, and I was like, yeah, dude, it's fucking Oprah. Oh, is Oprah demanding because she's the highest watched fucking host on TV? Yeah. I felt the same way about Ellen. Cool, man. Get the fuck out of her way. Like, if that's what she wants to do, like, you work for her.
Ellen's a bitch, though.
What was it?
Ellen was like straight up like throwing meals at people because there wasn't like a corn or something. You know what I mean? She was straight. You couldn't look her in the eye. Like even passing her in the hallway, she would get furious about that.
She got to a point. I don't think she was always like that, but I think she got to a point with everything, whatever, stress, money, fame. I don't know.
It was not a just do your job.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it was fucking
like I'm
crazy.
mad about some deadline that wasn't met. It was like I'm mad that there's corn in it, you know.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Like throw shit. Like, and then she would also.
I'd be furious. I'd be furious.
Or just like being really in front of guests. You know, if there's someone famous that comes in, she's like super nice to the famous person, totally belittling and condescending to writers or anyone around in front of this person, which is a horrible look, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know it got that bad with her. I thought it was just like the don't look me in the eye thing or don't talk to me thing. I was like, all right, cool, man. You know? But if she was throwing corn on the cob at people,
no,
that's when you draw. That's heavy.
I don't know. That's
it's just like
I've never heard of that.
We'll go with that.
Food order would get fucked up, and she would like throw it at that, like hit them with it and shit like that. Where it's like that's
didn't it come out too? It's like not just with the staff. It was like there's waitresses at places or whatever. They're just like this person is a fucking bitch, and that's fine if you're a bitch. But if you're just like this nice, sweet, I give cherry, whatever. And then you're like to a waitress that's like working. You'll give a fat check to someone that is on the show. But if like a waitress that's working hard for her money messes up your salmon, they can die, right?
Sure.
So it's a little bit off.
She'll trot out Walmart Yodel Boy and give him $50K for college. But her chucking corn on the cobs at staff members and shit, like, Now that that's locked into my mind, I hope it's true and I want it to be true.
Right.
That she was only throwing corn on the cobs at people. Just because it's wet too, and it's
hard to throw too. It's hard to throw.
You got to go long ways, I think. You know, put a couple top fingers
two-handed.
off
It's
the
very
top.
slippery.
Because when a corn on the cob explodes against
Sure.
something, god damn it, it's everywhere, and it's tough to get out. It's really tough to get out.
Shall we have another debate? The little bit of a cringe corner, or do you have something else?
Go ahead. What do we got?
Oh, not crime corner.
Oh, he's dying to let him hit the button.
It's cringe corner. There's no fucking
Yeah,
thing
dude.
that says
He's
anything.
dying to
okay,
hit the
cringe
button.
corner.
It's
Yeah.
just background.
Let's do the Biel in the shower.
Beal?
So Jessica Biel,
The Beelster?
the Bielster. Your interesting fun fact:
Walking with my feet 10 feet off a Beal. Yep.
Ross's super crush
Well,
from back in the day.
I
But anyways,
shot my shot.
Jessica Biel reveals her simple hack to save time in the shower. She eats in the shower. The first Instagram post that she did with it, it was the plate of sausage and an espresso.
Shut
a
the
chicken
fuck up.
apple sausage.
That's disgusting.
Now, she says that she does this all the time. She eats in the shower, mostly, shower appropriate items, she says.
No such thing.
as no such thing. This really got Bob fired up before we went on.
Oh, fuck, dude.
She said like cereal or yogurt, tea, coffee, popsicles, something that have a melt factor that they can just go down the drain. So like a bit of yogurt.
I could understand a popsicle. Oh, does she have a video?
What do you
about
mean
it?
you can understand?
We'll get into it. Go ahead.
In
Let's
the
see this
shower?
fucking thing.
Why?
Well, hang on. We'll see. Let me see what she's doing in the shower there.
Yeah.
So
Pop up
this
the
one's
video.
an orange,
It's an
but it's
orange.
because
No.
people were like giving her recommendations of what to eat in the shower.
I've never tried an orange in the shower. It was recommended to me, and I'm stoked. I'm about to give it a go. This one happens to be.
I've had an orange in the shower.
Blood orange.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I've had an orange in the shower.
Okay. Let's
Why?
see.
I'll talk about it after this.
No, thank you.
This isn't even saving time.
I guess if your shower
Not a
is like a
shower.
huge room with a shower head in it.
Yeah.
Why do you want to eat cold and naked like you're the Count of Monte Cristo?
It's just so fucking weird. And so then,
I've done it.
but the
I've
first
done it,
picture
actually.
of like the plate and the fork and the sausage, what is happening there?
You told me a bowl of fucking cereal, so she's using two hands in the
Two
shower.
hands. Yeah, to Delco's point, it was like, oh, shower friendly so that you actually have a utensil, a bowl, a thing. Stuff that like water, your shower water droplets can get into the cereal and like.
But she's also not in the shower, right? So she's just kind of.
So
the
this
water's
is her
running.
picture, right?
Oh, is that the picture of?
With the sausage. Why Jessica Biel eats in the shower. Why am I talking about it? I don't know. The only thing I hope is that this wasn't her intent and that I've fallen right in the trap. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where like
good.
she really doesn't, but she was like, let me just like tell people I eat sausage in
might
the
have got
shower.
got.
I might have. Or Jessica
everyone's getting
Biel
got.
is not really like that. Like she's not super like funny or cool. So like I don't.
doing this.
She is funny and cool.
Oh, is she?
Funny and cool. She's great.
Yeah, in your dreams, but in real life, she's not.
She's great. Very funny and cool. Very funny and cool. I think you got, dude. I don't see her eating sausage in the shower.
That picture.
It'd be really funny if she was eating sausage in the shower, though.
I think it was a story.
That is a horrible
Go to the
food to eat in the
picture.
shower.
There's a picture of the plate. She said she had chicken apple sausage and an espresso.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a picture of the plate. Hold on.
Yeah, so
this.
that's what she first put, and then people were like, "What the fuck?" And then she started eating, and then talked to the Today Show about why she eats in the shower and she saves time that way.
Sure.
And
Sure. Yeah. Look,
I don't think I got. I just think.
if it steams up, and let's say she's sitting where that plate in that,
Why though?
that coffee cup is.
Why?
Just to do it.
Just to do it.
We had a fucking huge shower in college. It was massive. I mean, fucking massive. We used to pull chairs in there, 12 packs. We would eat in there. Like, I've had oranges in there. I've had.
That feels different to me than like hey,
Coffee's a little. So I don't understand coffee. Bob, you can back me up on this. Shower beers. We've all done shower beers.
Yeah.
We talked about it, but like, yeah, it's fine. You do that in college.
Yeah.
Right.
However, I will do things as the water gets hot, right?
Yeah, like outside.
Yeah.
Outside, but not
No,
inside.
but even then, you guys, I mean, it takes literally 2 seconds. So I don't.
Coffee, I don't want to get extra water in there, so I wouldn't do that. I've had oranges and snacks. We took a fucking 2-foot bong in there, an ice bong in there, and did that. I mean,
The only thing I could think of is maybe if you're in like a hotel and you're just like snacking.
Yeah, and you don't care about like yourself or the property, right? You're just like,
Oh, I don't care about anything. I'll
yeah,
leave the
where you've
water
like
running
gone.
yeah.
while I
Oh,
leave.
yeah.
It's some kind of bender or whatever, and you're
Yep.
like sitting on the ground of the shower anyways, crying, eating sausage. I get it.
And that was the thing in college where we had endless hot water and it didn't matter. Like we weren't paying the fucking water
Right.
bill. So we would literally put chairs in there, sit in the chairs and do fucking whatever for like an hour. I mean, a full fucking hour just to do it.
I know. I'm telling you, that's different though.
It
That
is.
feels different than like a busy mom or whatever that needs to like get in the shower, eat, head out. This is not, I don't think, a way to combine 2 tasks. I think it actually makes more work for you in the end.
Maybe she likes the steam element of it and she's sitting down in the corner there having a cup of coffee, you know, just getting all steamed up.
That's not.
Eating in the steam room.
Sort of, you know. But
Okay.
I don't see this
I mean,
plate
I don't-
in coffee though. That's too much. I can't
Okay,
eat
but that's what
sausage or
she's-
coffee in there.
What's the
but
worst
an
thing-
orange, fine.
What's
you
the
know.
worst thing you could eat in the shower?
Subway sandwich, because the bread's gonna get
Yeah,
soggy.
yeah,
as
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
We tried it, so it was all. It was
I think a
awful.
soup,
soup
even
would be
though
hard.
Beal would say that's probably a shower appropriate. I think that's gross.
But
like
if
a
it
tomato
spills
soup.
on your chest, then it just washes right off.
That's what she's saying. So it's like
And that's the
yogurt.
same with a popsicle. Like if I had a popsicle in the shower.
I
Right.
think the worst would be something with like things that are remaining, like a carcass of a chicken, right? Like so you eat a
Oh,
chicken,
yeah,
a
yeah,
rotisserie
yeah.
Just
chicken,
some fried chicken in
Oh
the shower.
God!
Oh, yeah.
A rotis in there would be awful.
and then you just have bones remaining.
Bones or like a soggy, crispy skin.
Yikes!
But I mean, actually, no, that's efficient because you bring a pot in, and after you're done taking all the pieces, all the meat off the bones, throw it in the pot, let a little hot water
Get a
go
little
there,
shower
get a stock
water in
going.
there.
You get a
Make
chicken
you a bone
stock.
broth. I got you.
yeah.
So like
This
ribs,
fucking bitch would make a bone broth,
ribs,
probably.
rib bone ball.
Yeah, that would be efficient, but she's not doing that.
She's not doing anything efficient, and it's also, you know, it's just to like, it's just to have her talk about us. I don't, or us talk about her. I don't know.
Go back to her TikTok. I was unaware, one, she had a TikTok, too. Does she post all the time? Is she big on TikTok?
Does she do anything at all now?
How many followers does she have?
But like, is she in anything recently?
485.
I don't think so.
That's not
She was
really a lot.
producing for a while.
She was producing and starring and shit, and she won a couple Golden Globes a couple years ago. Oh, where she was playing somebody super ugly, remember? It was one of those crime shows.
Yeah.
She lost her appeal when she got married to JT.
Same.
You think?
Yeah, 'cause
Why?
she did. Yeah.
I think Timberlake's
Because you don't like, yeah.
I don't like
And
Timberlake at
also,
all.
it's the idea of like what she's put up with that makes you be like, what, girl?
He's just I don't like his energy or vibe.
Me neither. There's something weird there, man.
There is something
And
weird
he's
there.
doing a lot of press right now because he's got an album coming out. I haven't heard the songs. I guess he dropped 2 of them yesterday or the day before. Have you guys heard it?
No, he was on Saturday Night Live to promote it, though.
Correct, yeah, on Saturday. And also, people were pissed. I guess Chappelle got up at the end for no reason. And Bowen Yang had a heart attack. He was just like, get me away from Chappelle, the transphobe. And,
He hurts my
and he didn't make a
feelings so
guest
bad.
appearance on the show. He just kind of popped up and got on stage for the end, like goodbyes
How
and shit.
dare he?
I know, the greatest comedian of all time. Get up there with that fucking piece of shit, Bowen Yang.
You know who should have gone up there was Shane Gillis.
That would be great.
Next to
Bowen
Bowen
Yang.
yeah.
Oh,
Actually, I think they're cool, to be honest.
I mean,
but
Shane Gillis right now saving Bud Light.
well, he's getting paid a lot to
and
save
UFC.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Bud Light
he
is
was already
back.
a drinker, though.
Yeah.
He was crushing that shit on Rogan way before any of the controversy or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. But then the money element now is out there for everyone.
Hey, get
Hey.
paid to do what you love.
Hey.
We turned it down. But yeah. But with Shane Gillis, you know what's weird with his career trajectory and everything that's happened to him is he's made so much more fucking money doing what he's doing now than he ever could have made on Saturday Night Live.
He got more famous.
Yes.
So he says
So wild.
and he understands.
Oh, has he said that before?
Yeah.
Okay.
He texts with Lauren. Like, it's all cool.
Lorne
Michaels?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit.
He's cool with people in the cast. Like, it was something that had to happen at the time. And I think even Lauren was like, I have to.
You know what?
And he's like, dude, I know. He's like, I know what I did. I know what I said. He goes, I'm glad that was the only thing they found. Do you know what I mean? Like, if that's what we're doing now is like going back, like, I can't do this.
That's funny.
And it was just the best thing. Would you have even
you're
known
SNL,
him from SNL? No.
And if you're SNL, why not bring him back to host? That show is so irrelevant now. I would watch. I would tune in to watch that.
I know.
I haven't watched it in man. I don't know, a year or two. I'll catch clips here and there. But yeah, man, if you had him on, I would actually watch the show. Chappelle I watched when he was on hosting.
Right.
Was it a year and a half ago? I think one of those people will bring me out for that, but nobody else. If you had Shane Gillis on, for sure I would do it.
Yeah. I mean, they can't, but...
Why not? They got Chappelle on. They've had Louis C.K. on. And,
yeah, but was Chappelle's hired and then fired for racist?
But was it that racist? All he did, I mean, it was the lightest thing. If you go back and look at what he actually said, it was so tame compared to anything that I say on a daily basis.
Not a good bar to compare to.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was the time, and it was, it wasn't
great.
Yeah, like it's like we could never be on it, right? Like if they
now.
wanted to go through all of our stuff.
God.
So yes
you
and
pull
no.
yesterday's
like,
episode and I'd be off the fucking
should I
show.
be allowed to be on SNL? Probably not if you're going to go through some old stuff, right? So he kind of knew that, and you know that. Like you just can't do it.
Man, but somebody did a deep dig on that. I wonder who it was, because it wasn't obviously the show, and he certainly wasn't volunteering the information. Who was the one asshole who just dug through his entire back catalog and was like, this?
I think there's someone always waiting to do that. Like the internet is a real fun place, and there's people that, surf it all day long.
Sure.
Waiting for someone to like
blow up. So
do you ever wonder like who got the screen grab of the thing and who like did the deep dive to find all this old stuff?
Yeah.
It's a community of people, probably Reddit.
Yeah. People are the fucking worst, though,
Right.
Just don't read any of the shit. And good for him, dude. There's no way he'd be making the money he's making right now. Somebody told me his nightly appearance fee the other night. I was like awestruck. I was like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nuts. And his podcast is really fucking high on the charts. So yeah, shit, man. Fucking Build the Wall Governor was on there the other day.
On Shane's,
yeah. He filled in for Shane.
Oh,
He did it with the fucking partner over there.
Okay.
I don't know his partner's name, but Matt.
Oh yeah, Matt and Shane's secret podcast.
Yeah. I guess he was doing stand up or something, and he had Build the Wall Governor on there. But good for him. At the end of the day, he won that one. And you said Bowen Yang's got one too, right?
Yeah.
What's that? Something gay?
Culturistas, yeah.
Is it? Let me guess.
With his
it's
friend.
about being gay. Is the friend gay?
Like, say what you want about
I know
Bowen Yang, but his career has done well since he's been on Saturday Night Live. Like, I'm not even a big Bowen Yang fan or anything, but he's in a lot of shit now.
Yeah, for sure. And look, it does help.
His friend too that he does the podcast with was his like partner growing up, just as far as like writing partner.
Okay.
Improv partner, like theater or whatever. No, they're like best friends. So he's on the podcast with him. I think he's fucking great. And Bowen Yang owes a lot to his friend.
Okay. Who is it? Do you know his name?
I think it's Matt. He just had a Showtime special too. Let me find.
Good for him. While you're doing that, we'll end it with podcasts here. Bob decided to send me into a rage last night, right before I left the studio.
I was pretty excited to tell you this news, to be honest.
God damn it, dude. I'm so fucking bitter and angry about it. So, Smartless, the show that I fucking hate, And thank God these guys are catching a break these days. They just sold for the next 3 years for $100 million to SiriusXM. So their $80 million deal with Amazon was up. And Amazon said, hey, we would love to keep you. How about another 80? And they were like, no, I think we'll get this into a bidding war. And SiriusXM just picked them up for $100 million. Now, I don't know how you're going to do it. Their back catalog can't be that deep, Bob.
Ross, I got a proposition for you.
What do you got?
What if we go 50 minutes a week? You and Dan both go sober. And you just talk about, how you found the friendships you needed to not need alcohol.
Shit, man. I mean, it's so fucking insane. Not only that, but the premise is so lazy where it's just like, oh, hey, a friend's coming on. Sweet. Who is it? I don't know. We'll just fucking talk about it for 44 minutes. There'll be 90 ads in it, and then we can all go back to making Ozark and all the other shit.
By the way, they are making... So let's say we said 3 years, they do about 150 episodes.
Okay.
Maybe in 3 years.
It's a proven model.
They're making per episode about just a little bit less than what Brock Purdy made this year to be quarterback.
Yeah.
Per episode.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the... Oh, God. Do you have their back catalog? How many shows are there? Because take
lot.
Rogan or like Stern. Like I get it. Their back catalog is very, very deep. So is Drinking Bros, for Christ's sakes.
They have 187 episodes.
Oh my God, dude! Are you
Well, that's
fucking
more
kidding
than
me?
I thought.
Are you?
That is more than I
for
thought.
187 episodes, which I do in half a year, for Christ's sakes.
Is it evergreen content?
It is.
Yeah.
It is because it's celebrity guests. But holy fucking shit, dude! Like 187 episodes, and they've made so far just between these two deals $180 million. So you're looking at $1 million an episode for those fucks. God damn it! I mean, it's absolutely insane.
And wasn't it stupid? Like something like they're selling ads for them. They're paying $100 million to sell ads.
That's it. Because you can't.
So it's still going to be on.
It's still going to be on Apple and all the other shit, and then they're going to have some. And Apple's doing this bullshit thing with SiriusXM, so SiriusXM now has their own production company, and then they're going to have exclusive, like, oh, subscribe to it, and you can get it 2 weeks earlier or whatever. Same type of deal they did with Amazon, right?
Is Sirius getting into the podcast game?
Yes. So they are going to be like a Wondery or a whatever it is, right? And they're going to amass this thing. So Cumulus has been doing it for a while. Full disclosure, we've sold a couple shows to Cumulus, mostly because ad reads. They're just dropped in. There's a lot of hosts that can't read ads. And that's the problem. Like, if you're not selling anything, it's the same reason why television was created in the first place, was only to sell ads. Same with podcasts and everything else. If you can't read the ads, it would be more helpful and beneficial just to have them dropped in and be like, oh, hey, go to fucking Austin Tire Shop down by the Y and get 4 new tires for $80 or whatever it is, right? Then you don't have to do it. The only problem is they usually put, 8 to 12 ads in your show. Didn't you guys deal with something like this?
What do you mean?
On the other side, was it iHeart? Yeah. iHeartRadio's got it too.
They were like, yeah, we recommend doing about 11, 12 ads a show.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're good.
Yeah.
I mean, I can insert them physically, so yeah. I mean, it says whenever I put like maybe 1 or 2 at the start of the show, but then
that's fine. We do the same too, where it's just like, all right, cool, man, because this is free at the end of the day. If I was on a paywall, though, yeah, they're going to do whatever you want for something like that. With those guys, when you're only doing a 50-minute show, to put 12 fucking ads in there that's a lot.
Yeah.
I
didn't know they had that many.
Yeah. So good for those guys. But boy, the hatred. Yeah. And watching the doc where they're all sober and it's, homeboys eating kale, farting all over the place.
You liked it. The dynamic is very distinct. Now, listen,
crazy.
If we're going on rules of podcast, they really do have all of their characters laid out. They stick to it.
Sure, for 44 minutes. 44 fucking minutes. I could do that from my bed. Just when I wake up in the morning. I could give you a better 44.
Right. From
my fucking bedroom.
Sure.
But good for those guys. And
Yeah.
don't they do it through Zoom? They don't even meet in person and shit too?
I don't think they're ever with each other, which is weird because this seems like it's their main job now.
It sure does.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Well,
Sure does.
yeah, and they all live in LA.
Yes.
So it's like, why don't you have like a studio you can fucking roll over to?
Because they're that fucking lazy.
I know.
So-
I mean, but so they don't have video. They only have audio, which is like amazing.
That's right. They don't have video. So you don't have to. You don't have
The
to do
audio's
shit.
great. The audio's great for all
Damn
being
it,
in
man.
different areas. Just want to say that. But
Yeah.
Well, if there's no video, it should be pretty easy.
Should be
easy.
pretty goddamn
you all
good,
record
yeah.
your shit and somebody puts it
Put
together.
it in
for sure.
Dropbox, and then you're good to go. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So, congratulations, dude. 180. Glad you caught a break. 187 episodes is all they've done. My God, man. I mean, it's fucking January 30th, and I have already done 187 episodes, I think. That's fucking nuts.
But it's a little bit of a loophole for advertisers, if you think about it. Because, like, to get, like, they did iPhone for a second, Jason Bateman.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
now imagine what they had to pay them to come in to shoot those, right?
Yeah.
To be the, whatever that section of commercials that they were doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
That ad campaign, that push. They paid them a fucking shit ton. Here's a loophole where you can get Jason Bateman to talk about your product for way fucking less.
Yeah.
And so everyone's wanting to do that. And what does that translate into? Money.
Yeah.
So it's the same reason why, Sofia Vergara is playing Griselda and not like me. Because I'm also Latin. But
Sure. Yeah, Latino.
but do you know what I mean? Where
Latinx.
it's like she's going to sell the show if we're really fucking being honest, right?
No,
And no one else
understand.
is going to. So
I understand.
And I know
I'm
you
just
hate-
shocked that it did well because I've got celebrity friends who've done podcasts, and they would be ahead of us for a little bit, and then
Right.
they would fall. And this one, I was for sure. I was like, oh, this will
I
definitely
think
fall.
because they got picked up very quickly by a big company that does everything for them. So the problem with celebrity podcasts is that they go like, dude, fuck this.
Right.
Like, I have to what? Upload what? I have to where? Like, I need to read these ads? No. They're like, they got picked up really quickly to where it's super easy for them. And that makes you even happier, doesn't it, Ross?
Yeah, it sure does.
all of what I'm saying is really calming you down, I feel like,
Because
huh?
Greg LaMontagne's like, dude, bring back on Starks. Like, I'd love to. The problem is I can't be like those guys. I have to sit in 800 meetings because I'm not making $100 million a year. Otherwise, when it's all business-wise wiped out for you behind the scenes, you don't have to do shit. Yes, you have more time for everything. And yes, I could do more shows. Fuck yeah. The problem is these goddamn calls and then trying to get advertisers to pay and all that other shit. And they don't have that. It's just a huge check behind the scenes, and then they do it for you later. For real.
Yeah.
And then they just insert it for you. So
Although
they're just getting
they
paid on a weekly basis.
They read all their ads, not live,
Right.
but they read them all.
Yeah.
So it's not just like
So do I.
random. No, I know.
So that's fine. So do I. Some
I'm
say,
just trying
some
to,
say
like-
I read them better.
No, I know. I'm just trying to like calm you down. You know what I mean? And like make you realize that like they're really good and they deserve all of this. Does that help you?
That's fine. It's not like every ad agency is like, how do you give the best reads and podcasts? If we could just put you on Smartless
All
and
right,
have
we're
you
in
read
the
those
weeds.
ads.
We're in the weeds of the ad.
No, good
ad
for those
world,
guys. Good for those guys.
Right?
Super amped.
We love them. Great guys. Couldn't have happened to a greater group of guys.
Yeah. One of them forced Bradley Cooper to get sober. That's why he's always hanging out with his fucking mom. It's fine. There's no jealousy or bitterness to it, you know? Go to iTunes,
Speaking of,
rate the show 5-star and leave a quick review. Or just call iPhone, and they put Jason Bateman in the commercial for his podcast for iPhones. There's a reason that they're at the top of the charts, and you're like, oh, what's that for?
that's a double dipper.
Yeah, why is that one show number one for 9 consecutive days? Come on, man.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Spotify, same thing. Love Spotify, actually. Big fan of them. Their tech is fucking on point. I'd love if Spotify gave that call. It'd be great. The tech on Spotify, no lie, is my favorite. We were doing video for those guys for a year. That tech is fucking incredible. They can't figure out ads, which is the shocking part. But SiriusXM could.
Matt Rogers,
The
white man that Bowen Yang owes his
White man?
entire relationship, his career to.
is a white man.
His bestie.
Oh, that's cool. Good for them. Straight?
No. No.
You don't say. You don't say.
No. He's really funny, though. I like him.
Okay. Good. Well, maybe after you're done listening to this show and all the others, you can check out theirs.
Cold Teresa's. It was next to us. Didn't you take that picture? It was next to Drinking Bros for a second.
Yeah, we're way ahead of them. But
and it was like,
whatever.
But on the way
track of those
on
things?
the way up or the way down, it ended up being like in the charts right next to it, and it was this like gay picture.
Yep.
Of them, and then you guys.
And then it was next
and it was
to Drinking
funny.
Bros. Yeah, I got a good chuckle out of it.
Anyways,
but we appreciate being here. Are you guys dropping a 1-star crime corner this week?
we have a crime corner this week,
Okay.
and then I believe a 1-star, and
Awesome.
then we're back on tracking.
All right. I'm going to grab those bottles and I'll have them on for Thursday's show.
Beautiful.
So I'll pick them up in the morning and then we'll decide what we're going to do with the crime juice. We will unveil those live on the show on Patreon on Thursday. Okay? We appreciate you tuning in. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.